you want some of the this segment. Hi, Miss Cat.
Please leave your message for 954. Hi everyone. Good evening. How are you guys doing? Miss Cat, thank you. Thank you for dropping in. Good. It's good to know that you're doing okay. Clint, welcome to the live. Marilyn, not one of my welcome people in here. I don't know about these trolls now. Andy, welcome. How you doing? You know, welcome to the Love to Travel with Wave channel. You know, we do a lot of things in here. We discuss a lot of stuff. Yes, 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 yes. I gotta do what I gotta do. Yes, absolutely. Oh, yeah. hmm And thank you so much for supporting me, Miss Cat. And last night, thank you for the great advice. I really, really enjoyed that. You just blocked that troll. Well, that troll followed you in there. Yeah, so we're just kind of winding it down for the day. Guys, if you didn't check out my afternoon live, you need to. It's quite, inspirational. I think it has like, a message for everyone, about certain things. Sometimes we just get a reaction from things that occur, during the day or throughout the evening, night, whenever. We just get this, a vibe, and that's what's happening to me today. And I just had to, come on and tell people that sometimes you just need a break. But after you get, the break, then there's a calm after the storm. There is a calm. It's a time to reflect and refresh, and don't let your spirits down. Miss V, hey, how you doing? Welcome in. It's time for us to relax and refresh and reflect on our day. Things happen throughout the day. You can't dwell on it. You just have to keep pushing. And that's what I'm doing on YouTube right now. I'm pushing, baby. I'm pushing for my watch hours. And also, I'm having a good conversation with my supporters, people who come in and support me on a daily basis, like Miss V, Miss Cat, and also Andy. First time here, welcome in. We also have Clint, you know. So it's a time to unwind, a time to kind of reflect on what just occurred during the day. Also, I was taking if you haven't taken a look at my polls and my community page, the way I'm setting up my community page is that, I'm using it as a tool, like I told everyone. It's a great tool for me to promote others because I am never scared of sharing the spotlight with anyone. You heard me, with anyone. I am someone, I'm a giver. I give information, I support people in every which way I can. It doesn't have to be monetary, but I will support you. Absolutely. So I use my community page. It's a way of me giving back to the YouTube community. I share other people's pages. not pages, but channels. I also use it as a way to welcome new subscribers who are subscribed to my page, and that the other subscribers can also connect with them. So my community tab is this is the way I'm utilizing it. I'm always doing polls as well, you know. Um, like today, let's see what our poll was for today. And it might be our topic tonight as well, you know. So, one of the polls that I had prior was let me go on there on my community. I'm using my phone, so I'm on my tablet. So, this morning, I kind of started off with one of my favorite um, reggae band, which is Morgan Heritage. And there's a song that I love from Morgan Heritage. And I am going to say this name, and I hope I said it right. Chieke TV, and welcome in. Dekada China, welcome in. Always here supporting. Thank you guys. So I started off this morning by dedicating a special song to all the women, globally or who support Love to Travel. And it's called She's Still Loving Me. This is one of my favorite songs from Morgan Heritage. If you go on the community tab, you can listen to it. It actually talks about this guy who is still loving this woman. This woman who is still loving this guy. Sorry, and through all the pain and suffering that they have gone through the relationship, you know, and it's one of my favorite songs. It shows me how a true man truly apologizes and admits to his mistakes and honors the woman who has stuck around through all those painful moments, so I I just wanted to share that on my community page with you guys. You can hop along and just go and check it out. Also on my community page, we are also honoring Women History Month. And one of the women that when I went to Ghana, that she was born on a Thursday like me. And if you're born on a Thursday, you're called Ya, and the male is called Ya. So her name is Ya Asanchoa. She was the queen mother of the Ejisu in the Ashanti Empire. And she played a very big part. You know, they had a stool, and she tricked the British in thinking that they had gotten the authentic stool, the golden stool, in the Ashanti region. And she actually gave them a replica. So by the time they got to England, they found out that was not the golden stool. And up to this day, there are only a few people who know where this golden stool is, you know? So it's one of the many stories that this woman, and she also was captured and taken to an island, and that's where she died. The British, they captured her, but she was a warrior. She was the one that, when the men didn't want to fight, she stood up and she led and she fought against, you know Britain and those type of empires. So Ya Asantewa, we say Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. Yes. So these are the things that I put on my community page. Also, we had a poll today, um, and it says, "Are most young women taught by their parents how to cook, how to clean, how to groom themselves at a tender age anymore?" And the majority of people, 86% of my supporters said that no, parents are not doing that, you know, and 14% said yes. So that means, as parents or grandparents or neighbors or community leaders, people in our community, are we raising our children right? Are we teaching them how to cook, how to clean, how to take care of themselves? Because many times I think DoorDash, Uber Eats is the way to go. Everybody's ordering their food now. But one of the things that I did see during, I can't say the word CV, I know some of you guys do know what that is. The pandemic, I'll say the pandemic. I saw that a lot of people were going back to cooking their food, baking, and doing so many things. They were on YouTube doing it, they were on Facebook, they were making videos, and it was so refreshing to see that we do have the capability of preparing our own food and not eating out all the time and spending quality time with each other. If the pandemic taught us anything, it taught us to go back to the way we used to be as human beings, to cook, to spend time with our families, and also to live a better life. Some of us caught on, but there are some of us who have gone back to just the normal way of living, you know. But I think this pandemic, we lost a lot of lives and everything, but there was a lesson in there for everyone. And I know when the pandemic hit, I always cooked, but I learned how to bake bread. I did banana breads. I did so many recipes. I mean, it was so much fun. I was in tune with myself. I worked out at home in the Virgin Islands where I was when the pandemic hit. And then I spent the rest of it in Ghana. It gave me a sense of self. I learned so much about myself, you know, but in this poll, what do you think? Are you teaching your grandkids how to maintain themselves, how to dress? Because I remember, like, you know, when I would go out with my mom always, our hair was combed, our clothes was neatly pressed, our skins were glowing, you know. And if you sat down as a lady, a little girl, your mom would say, cross your legs. You know, this is not how a little girl sits. There was always someone to correct you the proper way to sit down, the proper way to stand and put your shoulders back, you know, the proper way to articulate or to communicate effectively, you know. What has happened? Now we're a nation of of our children dancing. There's nothing wrong with dancing, but very you know, like um prerogative, not prerogative, but it's just like it doesn't look right when you see a 2-year old twerking and all this kind of stuff. We think it's so funny. House of X, how you doing? So are we teaching our children how to take care of themselves? Not only women, but men as well. When I watch Watson and I see Watson cooking, I like that because one of the most attractive things for me is to date a man that knows how to cook. It is a bonus in a relationship for me. I think when men cook, they take their time, They put their ingredients together and they put so much love in. I'm not saying women don't, but when a man cooks, there's a typical type of love that goes into that pot. So it's okay to teach your sons how to cook. It's okay to teach them how to clean, to throw out the garbage, you know, doing chores, having a summer job, teaching them responsibility, it's okay. But what is the main, if 86% of people are saying, no, we're not teaching our young ladies and young men to cook and clean and groom themselves, why do you think is the reason? Why are they not being taught by parents? Because if my generation has kids, I'm sure my generation has taught their daughters. So why didn't our daughters pass it on to their children, and now their children can pass it on to their children? Why is that? Because I'm pretty sure my generation passed it on. Because my mom passed it on to me, so I know I'm going to pass it on to my children. Because many times I speak to, you know, the children of my generation, and they will tell you, well, I didn't want to raise my children like how my mom did. I hated washing dishes, and my mom forced me to wash dishes. I didn't want to do this. So therefore, I'm not going to have my children doing that. The only thing they have to do is get an education, which is great. There's nothing wrong in in actually getting an education, you know, but you also have to teach them how to do these things so that when they go on their own, they can better take care of themselves. They do not have to depend on someone else to cook for them or someone else to clean after them. That when they get into a relationship, that they can also chip in the relationship with their partner, so it won't be so one-sided, you know? So it's very important to teach our children how to take care of themselves. And it is, this is some of the things that they need to be doing. Wake up in the morning, learn to teach them how to make their beds, teach them how to clean their room, you know? Another thing that has faded in right now is that I don't know if when you went to school, I learned to write cursive. Cursive is when you write longhand. We used to call it longhand. A lot of children are printing. When I write cursive at work, a lot of people don't understand cursive. And it's such a beautiful art, I call it, to write like that in handwriting. A lot of the children are taught how to print, that's all they do. And cursive is so beautiful. These are the things that are fading away. And we need to, if they're not teaching it in the school, but just take some time and teach your kids these things. It's a beautiful art, you know? To me, it is. I love writing cursive. And now I'm finding it difficult that a lot of people do not understand when you write in cursive, and I think that's something. My mom bought me a little machine when I was growing up, and I used to sew doll clothes. And I loved it. I love fashion. I love things like that. You know, we have to teach our children a lot of creative stuff. Yes, we do. But that was one of the polls that we had on. Like I said, I just wanted to talk about my community tab. And if you have a channel, it is a great tool to promote your channel, also to support each other's channel. You know, never be scared of the sharing the spotlight with someone. You know, always be willing to help. It's a great tool for giving back. You know, it's a great tool to find out what your audience likes, or would like to hear about. It's a great way of generating topics, on your channel. Your community tab is one of the greatest tools that YouTube has. It's a great tool to show appreciation to your supporters. Yes, to highlight your supporters. I'm sharing this with you because I love to share information. I love to share with people. So go on over to my community tab, look at it, see what I do with it. Maybe that might be something that you might be interested in doing, you know? And I just wanted to share that with you. And I just want to tell everyone, I hope you guys had a great day. If you missed my live earlier today about taking a break, it was a very powerful live for me today, you know, and I wanted to share it with you, my supporters. Trust me, it is one of the best lives that I have done. I felt spiritually that I have done. And I think you guys need to check it out. All right? And make sure you give me a thumbs up. It's the end of the evening, and I welcome you guys and thank you guys for being here with me on Love to Travel with Wave. And I look forward to another sunrise tomorrow. And I give thanks to the Almighty for another great day. I'm here. I'm still pushing this channel. I'm still pushing through life no matter what comes at me. I am still here. I'm not going anywhere, because I'm here to stay. No one can deter me from my dreams or my passion because the Creator has given me the path and the know how to get where I need to be. And no one can take that away from me. And do not allow anyone to take, you know, your passion away from you. They're going to come at you. They're going to come at you real hard. Oh, I'm sorry, but you can you can go ahead and do the replay. Yeah, we're here to stay, man. Don't worry about the next person and what they think, you know? Just keep doing you. You can only be the best you. No one else can be you, darling, at all. They can try, but no one can be you, you know? And the only person you, like I said on my live previous, the only person that you need to be loyal to is yourself. Be loyal to yourself. Trust in yourself. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. All the other people and whatever, it doesn't matter. Take care of you. Love yourself. And stop dedicating your time in relationships and dedicating your time in jobs. Stop dedicating your time in things that are not beneficial to you. Yeah. Start putting your passion in the things that you love. Stop building people's empires for them. Start building your own empire. And this is how I'm feeling today. Yeah, this is how I'm feeling today. Stop wasting your time on people that just don't get it. People that, you know, that will never get you because you have left them behind in a sense. You are on another page of your life, another journey, and they will never catch up to you because you are totally on a different level. It's sad, but that's what has to happen. You can't stay down there and just, going around with the same crowd all the time, da 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 da. You got to elevate yourself. You got to push yourself out of that hole. You got to stop wasting your time with other people. People that don't want nothing for you. All they want to do is just climb on your back, okay, to get where they want to get. And when they get where they get, they leave you right there. And then the other person comes, climb on your back, get where they want to get, and leaves you right there. It's time for you to climb up and do your thing, you know? Do your thing. Don't worry about other people. Find your own gold mine. Do your thing. Don't worry about other people. Like I always tell you, I'm the turtle. Every video, I'll tell you, I'm the turtle. I'm climbing. I'm pushing. You know, I'm 55. I work out every day because I want to be healthy. I want to keep myself moving. I want my muscles to, I want to tone up my muscles to where I want it to be. I want my body tone and everything, you know? So I go out there and I push and I do my thing. I don't worry about nobody. I don't care, even though people think I'm old, I'm this, I'm that. I don't care. All I care about is me and me only, my health. That's my concern, you know? Yeah. So don't worry about the other guy. The other guy is going to be all right. Just make sure you're all right. You feel me? Yeah, so thank you guys. Oh my God. House of X, thank you for coming in. Dakota. Um, am I saying this name right? Is Chike TV? Cheeky TV, Miss Cat, Miss V. Thank you so much, guys, for coming in, and just, listening to me. Oh, I love you too. You're doing well. Oh, thank you so much. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So far I have only had great supporters and great love on YouTube. Oh yeah, Miss V, I'm in great spirits. Even today when I was in the wilderness, I knew I was good. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you have to get that wake up call to kind of say, "Hey, wake up," you know, and do what you got to do. And today was my wake up call. And I thank you guys, for just being there for me today. I mean, I only share real experiences. Yeah. I am good. Afromax, thank you for the thumbs up. Nah, you should go and watch the replay. But we were just, today was kind of a day like, I just, it's just like, you invest so much in others. And sometimes you kind of forget the true person you need to invest in is yourself. you know? And sometimes you give so much for over a decade to something that does not belong to you, whether it's in a job, a relationship, whatever it is. You realize that, hey, this is not your company. You're not in a relationship by yourself, you know? So you got to think about you first and your happiness. And you got to follow your dreams and follow your passion. Yes. Yes, you definitely have to. Yeah, it was a good one. Yes, it was. And it has changed my mindset, towards work a little bit. And it doesn't mean that even though I'm working, I am going to be a rebel or anything like that. No. I am just going to do my work, and I'm going to concentrate on other things and to utilize my time wisely and to spend more time developing things that are beneficial to me, you know, and not waste my time too much on a 9 to 5. Yes, I think that is what's going on. Exactly. I'm not, when I talk about relation, I'm talking about the relationship with work. Yeah, with a job. Oh, thank you, Dakota. Dakota is so sweet. Yeah, so yeah, sometimes we need to go out there and do our own thing, you know? And sometimes, we're in a situation, but we don't realize how what great opportunities are out there until we get out of that situation. And we're like, I wasted all this time. And mind you, let me tell you, right? It's just, yeah. When I got my first, I was the type of person, I would not stay in a job no more than 2 years. I was always looking for other opportunities and that pay more or thing. I always thought about myself. But then, being from the Caribbean, you always have your parents, they're like, oh, you need to stay in a job. Yeah, 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 yeah. You can't go from one job to another job and all those type of things. But when I worked with Caucasians, I realized some of my Caucasian friends, they would stay in a job 6 months, a year, and then they would find something better and they would just move up the ladder. And that's what they did. They never committed to a job no more than a year or two. Okay. But I find that as Black folks, I'll say it, we are so loyal to these 9 to 5 jobs. We are. Afromex says, we tend to invest on our 9 to 5, but one thing for sure is they don't invest on their employees as much. Correct. The moment the moment something happens to you, you're easily replaced without questions, which is absolutely true. Because a lot of us think we're invincible, that we are loyal to these companies, these jobs, and then what happened is one day you have the guy that comes in and say, well, Miss Thomas, guess what? We have decided that um, the company is moving in another direction, and therefore we will no longer be needing your services. Isn't that correct? Yes, and Afromex, we do need to start being business owners ourselves. Yes, bingo. We work so hard to enrich other people's businesses. We need to start building ours. And and you know what I realized was this. We have to start. Start doesn't mean that you have to have $1 million to start a business. You can start from scratch. You can start small and then it will develop. There are many people, they have businesses. It never developed into no big corporation, but it was a little family business, a mom's and pop shop or whatever you want to call it, but it was yours. You worked at it daily. It was yours. You know what I'm saying? And we need to going back. And this is why I was saying we don't have to have millions to start. Exactly. Hi, Brian. How are you? Yeah, we don't need millions to start. We could just start from somewhere. You know, you could have the 9 to 5 and you can say, okay, in 5 years, I want to do this. And then you start building it, so that by the 5 years you can say, you know what, it's time for me to leave. But I just don't know about our community. I don't know. We are so loyal to these jobs. We are very loyal. And some of us are so unhappy. We are very unhappy. We are stressed. Some of us end up with high blood pressure. We have diabetes because these jobs are stressing us out. Then, on top of the job, you have the mortgage, you have the kids, you have car payments, you got to pay to. Some of us, we go above and beyond. We want to put our kids in private schools. We do all of these things. Who says we have to have all of these things? We put so much stress on ourselves. Some of us end up with cancer. We end up with so many diseases that are so unnecessary because it's stress related from the job. Yeah. Some of us become obese because, we start eating, we become depressed, all kind of stuff is happening to us. Moga family, hello. How are you? Welcome in. Yeah, we are stress nation. Yes, and the 9 to 5 is killing us. Oh, it's killing us. It is killing us. And we don't see it. It's okay to have a job, but don't let the job be your journey. That's not your purpose here. Your purpose is so much greater than a job. Start trying to find out. If you can remember yourself when you were like, I'm gonna ask everyone, when you were like, yeah, so true. Stress is one of the leading causes of obesity. Yes. I remember when, okay, remember yourself when you were 5 years old or 6 years old. Ask your younger self, what did you want to be? Some of us wanted to be firefighters. We wanted to be pilots. We wanted to own our own business. I know I was one of those people that wanted to own my business. I used to be on my mom's chair at in the Virgin Islands with her towel on my head and acting like I was Sonny and Cher, singing, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. All this going on. And I would sit down and act like I'm interviewing Michael Jordan, not Jordan, Michael Jackson. And I used to listen to the radio, and there was this cool radio DJ. Her name was Lady Chayla. Oh my God, Lady Chayla in the afternoon, on the Lucky 13. Yes, that was my girl. I listened to her and I decided because of Lady Chayla, I wanted to be a radio DJ. Yeah. So we all wanted to be something, and that was our passion. I did go to school for broadcasting. I did become a radio DJ, but then the industry kind of fell apart. You know, it's- it just fell apart. Yes. Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you. Please, guys, hit the like and share button. Yeah. So that passion that you, as a kid, 5, 6 years old, is still there. It still needs to be fulfilled. You know, me wanting to be Sonny and Cher, I couldn't be Sonny and Cher, but I could have been. Now I'm being loved to travel with Wave. But I used to be on my mom's couch. I used to pretend I was in movies. I used to pretend I'm acting when I got into 12th grade in my junior year. My ninth grade, I did radio broadcasting, the student radio broadcasting. Then I went into drama classes. I took private classes here in Miami with a Jewish coach for acting, you know, and I loved it. I tried a hand at modeling, but it's hard work. I just love food. I can't do the modeling thing. I'm sorry. But I tried at each one of my passions and I loved it. Up to this day, I love entertainment. I love meeting people. I love charity work, you know, and stuff like that. But then here came 9/11. We lost our jobs. So now I had to take on a retail job. I had to go back to retail. I'm not going to say it's one of the worst decisions that I've made, but I should not have stayed in that long because my goal was I was going to stay 10 years and that's it. Now I'm in my 16th year. So it's time to start putting my passions to work. I want to dedicate the next 20 years of my life to what I really and truly love. And that's what we need to do. We need to work on our passions on a daily basis. That's right. Yeah. So the younger side of you is still in you. The original you is still inside of you. You need to bring that passion out and go for it. Yeah. And start putting more time into your passion than the 9 to 5. The 9 to 5 is someone else's dream, not yours, you know? But like I said, at the end of the day, there's always a calm. It's a time to reflect and to refresh. And tomorrow is not guaranteed to anyone, but if we do see a next sunrise, it's going to be a beautiful one. And we're going to be thankful for another day and another sunset. All right. So, guys, I really, really enjoyed this conversation with you guys. Afromex, Chia Key TV, Mrs. V, Brian, thank you so much for the love. House of X, yes, Clint, thank you, thank you so much, guys. I really, really, really appreciate the love. Miss Cat, thank you, guys, for coming out, and support as always. So I'm gonna leave you guys and tell you thank you, thank you. And like I always say, there is no channel without you. God bless you too, my dear. All right. And tomorrow, don't forget, it's tea time with Wave. We're going to do some lives. Make sure you go and support my community tab. I love it when you guys leave a comment because, it shows so much love. I can go back on your channel and show back the same kind of love that you're giving me. I love you guys. Mwah. Take care. Bye bye.